Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking the visual promises of modern digital wealth. If you scroll through financial forums or social media at all lately, you've definitely seen this exact type of imagery. It's basically a visual language that's dictating how we define success right now. So let's decode exactly what it's selling us. It really all revolves around one fundamental question driving the modern digital economy. Is the device sitting in your hands right now the ultimate key to unlocking boundless wealth? I mean, it's a super simple premise, right? But it is wrapped up in incredibly sophisticated marketing. And honestly, the entire story of digital age hustle culture is captured perfectly right here. This character represents the everyday retail investor, maybe someone just like you or me. He's cheerful, totally relaxed, and seemingly this absolute master of global finance. It's really a perfect microcosm of how society now perceives effort and reward. All right, let's jump right into section 1, the modern digital investor. Look at how this whole scene is anchored. The left hand controls the digital effort, while the right hand effortlessly catches the physical reward. This creates a really clear narrative arc from left to right. On the left, we've got the modern tool of choice, a sleek, flat tablet. It represents the work, even though it doesn't look much like traditional labor, does it? Then, directly flowing from that action, the right hand acts as this magical receptor for tangible assets. Digital input literally equals physical output. Notice how our investor isn't bogged down in a stuffy Wall Street suit either. His casual tech bro uniform, the unbuttoned overshirt and a plain white tee, sends a really powerful message. The barrier to entry has completely vanished. You don't need a corner office anymore. You basically just need decent Wi-Fi and the confidence to tap the right pixels. Moving on to section 2, decoding the financial interface. If we zoom in on the tablet, it reveals this gamified, highly idealized dashboard. It's literally just overlapping blue and green arrows driving relentlessly upward. There is zero volatility here, no terrifying red lines indicating a loss. Just a straight, smooth shot to the top right corner right alongside those global currency icons. It basically strips away all the terrifying complexity of real trading to trigger a pure dopamine response. It's a lot like how modern investment apps are designed to feel way more like a video game than an actual brokerage account. What this screen is really selling is the ultimate permanent bull market. But in this visual context, a bull run isn't just some cyclical market condition. No, it's presented as a permanent, controllable state of being that is accessible right from your pocket. Okay, let's look at section 3, the global market strategy. The true goal of this culture isn't just isolated one-off success. It's a scalable, reproducible formula. The huge promise here is that this exact scenario can be cloned for absolutely anyone, anywhere. You don't need physical resources or local connections anymore. You just replicate the digital inputs to duplicate the physical outputs. It's essentially the ultimate democratization of wealth. Well, at least in theory, anyway. Based on those specific symbols, his strategy is split perfectly between US dollar and euro-backed digital assets. Sitting right there on his couch, he is a global player, leveraging the world's most powerful fiat currencies. The modern playground is the entire globe, and it's managed entirely from a 7-inch piece of glass. Pretty wild, right? Now for section 4, digital trends to physical cash. Notice the stark contrast going on here. The tablet is two-dimensional, flat, and totally constrained. But the result of that data is chaotic, vibrant, and incredibly physical. The money isn't static at all. It's bursting outward, literally defying gravity, completely bridging the gap between cold, hard data and the visceral thrill of actual spendable wealth. The image implies this totally frictionless pipeline. Tap the screen, watch the markets, and magically manifest tangible stacks of cash. It completely bypasses all the real-world friction of investing. The waiting, the taxes, the sudden market crashes, the sleepless nights. You just do steps 1 and 2 on your device, and bam, step 3 simply appears right in the palm of your hand. Which brings us to section 5, the ultimate wealth promise. Just look at the sheer volume of physical money here. It's uncontained, yet resting perfectly in a relaxed, open palm. He doesn't even have to grip it tight. The thick bound stack implies serious capital, while those floating coins imply an abundance that literally cannot be contained. It's financial freedom perfectly visualized, having so much money that it simply hovers around you. Because really, this is the core marketing pitch of our era. We are no longer aspiring to work 40 years for a gold watch and a modest pension. No way. The new aspiration that gets beamed to our devices every single day is that mastering the digital interface lets you completely bypass the grind. It's pixels turning into purchasing power at the speed of light. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with something to really think about. Is the pipeline from flat data to floating gold ever actually this simple? Is this imagery a reflection of a brand new reality, or is it merely a beautifully constructed illusion of our modern age? The next time you see a chart pointing endlessly upward, remember the archetype we decoded here today. Thanks so much for joining me, and keep questioning the visual stories that shape our world.